everybody, welcome to my massive book haul video. For the last month I have been collecting a bunch of goodies from pretty much everywhere. Unfortunately, every time that I went to film though, out and about, it just didn't happen. Especially the last couple of weeks since Easter because of school holidays and stuff like that. It just wasn't possible. So this time round we are just doing it as a big giant book haul. So make sure you are comfy because it's gonna be a very long video. And grab a snack and drink and all that kind of thing as well. I may have to grab my water at times to get through it all. Yes, I do go a bit crazy, I know, but I'm sure all my bookish friends out there understand. So this side, those 3 bags are QBD stuff. I've got 2 big bags from Big W. I've got one from my local book cafe store, Fables and Froth, which is an indie bookshop, but you also can get other stuff there. And I've got a pile of stuff from Up Shops and Facebook and a local exchange place as well. I was good at the exchange place because I had lots of credit to use, so some of them were free, which was nice. So yeah, we're going to get started. I'm not going to read descriptions, I'm just going to read the titles obviously and just tell you where they're from and yeah, a bit about things. We're going to start with the Upshop books. I do like browsing through Upshops, it's pretty fun. So I got 3 books, which I'm trying already. From the Upshops. These are from 2 different Upshops, all 3 shops. They're called in America, if you're watching from over there. I do like browsing around in Upshops for also media such as DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff as well. I have gone old school back in that vibe as well. But today we're talking about books, so let's do that. I have The Hating Game here by Sally Thorne. I have seen the movie of this, and this was only $2. I won't be telling you the price of all of them except for the Upshot ones. I have seen the movie, it's a really good movie, but I haven't actually read the book. But I do like romances of this sort of theme with like that hate banter stuff going on and then the relationship develops. So yeah, one from my romance collection. Before I continue to, I have obviously romance and fantasy books, but there was 2 focuses for my book shopping as well. One was to build on my mystery thriller collection because I only have a very small amount. Now I've got a huge amount obviously, so I was building on that. Obviously I got romances and fantasy books as well. Another section that I wanted to start up is like a classic section, because I've only ever read like 4 classics in my bookish life and I just wanted to sort of expand on that as well. So that's like the book genres that you'll see. At the next up shop I got 2 books. Lisa Jill's None of This Is True. This was also a couple of dollars. I have had this one in the past, however it has been gone etc. And I haven't read it yet. I did that because of shelf space mainly. Hopefully this second time this book will actually get read. At the same place, I got a Sarah Adams book called The Off-Limits Rule. I love Sarah Adams as an author. I believe this is one of her very first books, so it'll be very interesting to read it, and this was like a couple of dollars as well. Yeah, so definitely check out your op shops. When I was there getting the Sarah Adams one and that, they were actually restocking the shelves that day, and they gave me the opportunity to look in the trolleys and stuff. They had a whole bunch of awesome stuff that day. They had like Iron Flame and Fourth Wing, ACOTAR, Divergent, Samaritan Pretty, a bunch of other Sarah Adams books and stuff like that. So some of them got a good bunch. And yeah, it was very kind of them to let me do that. I'm not sure where I'm going to put books. I'm just going to kind of go like that up there. The next book I got is off Facebook Marketplace. I always keep an eye on there, both local and Australia-wide selling sites as well. This is The Love Hypothesis. It's actually a special edition with sprayed edges and cute little pictures. I only got this for like $10. It also has like foiling as well on the cover. So yeah, I grabbed it as a bargain. I have read this before. It was like way back when my reading journey started. And I grabbed it because it's actually the romance May pick for my book club. And I wanted to reread it again and just see how I experience it as a more experienced reader. So yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of getting into that. Next up is a pile from my local exchange place. I had $100 credit there and I only used like half of it, so I've still got a lot of credit there. I have been going to a book exchange place since like mid last year to donate things that I haven't been able to sell and that kind of thing, and also just to like grab some books with my credit when some goodies come in. The first one I've actually read, it's called The Rose Bargain. I have read this last year and gave it 5 stars. I grabbed it again because I have totally forgotten how it ends, so I at least need to read the end of it before I read the second one. I've seen that it's already out in America, but in Australia we need to wait until the end of this month for the Thorn Queen. So yeah, that's my plan with that one, so that's a bit of a reread as well. All the other ones though I have not read. This next one is called When Grumpy Met Sunshine. I have been eyeing this book off for many years, and I thought it was a great opportunity to grab it. I do like grumpy, bantery kind of relationship builds in romances, and it did sound really good by the description, so yeah. This one I've never heard of. It's called Love and Picket Fences. It's by Mandy Romano. Such a gorgeous cover too. It's even got like a cow on the back. I'm not sure where the author is from or anything like that. There's no author thing on the back or anything. I will have to look the author up and stuff, but it's such a gorgeous cover and it sounds totally up my vibe for a romance book, so yeah. Looking forward to that one. I haven't heard of this one either. It's called A Curse of Blood and Wolves. Apparently it's like a little Red Riding Hood retelling. Gorgeous cover as well. I found lots of goodies when I was in this time. The next one is For Aunties and a Wedding. Last year I read Dial A for Aunties and I really enjoyed it. It was such a fun time. So I had to grab this one because I want to continue that. The next one is called A Fire in the Sky. I haven't heard of this one either, but it's very dragon themed. And then there's this one called The Last Raven. Her blood is all he craves. And it's like based in a vampire world. So definitely down my line of thinking and entertainment. Just gonna grab some water. So yeah, that is all of that. We're going to go to Fables and Froth, the book cafe indie shop, and then we'll do big W and QBD. Make sure you guys have a drink too, and break. If you need to pause and come back too, that's totally understandable. Hopefully I can fit all this on my shelves. Luckily a lot of these cubes are single stacked, so I can always double stack where needed. So with my local indie shop, I went a couple of times. Big W, I went 3 times, and QBD I went a couple of times as well. So yeah, there's quite a lot happening. I'll just grab stuff out of the bag so it's easier. Just toss the bag over that way for now. So this is the stack that I got from Fables and Froth. Mixed of fantasy and romance. In Fables and Froth they have those 2 particular genres. I've heard lots about this. How to Write a Love Story by Catherine Walsh. Really looking forward to it. It's like an author and a editor based, and yeah, I've heard lots of good things, so looking forward to that one. I also grabbed a series by Kate Golden. I really loved Half City last month and super looking forward to Curse City at the end of the year. But yeah, I wanted to grab this series by the same author. It's the Sacred Stones series. It consists of A Dawn of Onyx, A Promise of Paradise, and A Reign of Rose. So yeah, I just wanted to grab other stuff by that particular author because I did like her writing. Yeah. Another romance. This one is by Lorna Ferguson. It's called Under Lock and Key. They did have other ones by this particular author, but I've heard a lot about this one, so I just grabbed this one and we'll see when we get to it if we like the author or not. We then have the book club fantasy book for next month, which is The Hurricane Wars. I picked up both prior to book club week because I'm not sure if I will actually make it to book club this month. I may be getting visitors again, so yeah, made sure I picked up those. So in May I'll be doing both fantasy and romance. And then we have Blood Over Brighthaven. I've heard so much about this book, and yeah, it's a standalone, which is nice. And then this one here I actually read as an ARC copy, so I have a physical copy now in my hands. It's by M.L. Gill. It's the Dakura Chronicles Revenge of the Witches. And the girls in the shop actually surprised me because it's actually been signed by the author and personalized with my name and everything. They Eva excitedly showed me when I walked in, and I was like, oh my goodness, thanks so much for doing that. And if you're watching, if the author is watching, thank you so much. I'll also do a post on Instagram as well, just in case you are not watching. So that is from there. We are now going to go to Big W stuff. And we'll just go bag by bag and then QBD stuff. So the first one we have is Accidentally Wedded to a Werewolf. I kind of like stories like this where like it's a bit of romance, a bit of fantasy, and like a lot of fun. It just breaks up some of the serious, more focused books at times. Earlier in the year I read A Big Fat Vampire Wedding and really loved this, and I'm hoping this werewolf one gives kind of the same vibes. This one is sort of like a comedic one. It's called The Dark Lord's Guide to Dating and Other War Crimes. So yeah, another sort of fun vibed one. That was the only copy too, so I had to grab it. This one is Mother of Death and Dawn, which is the third book in the War of Lost Hearts series by Chris Borbett. On my shelf I do have, I don't know which one, somewhere here I have the first two of the series. I just wanted to grab this third one while I saw it out and about. So I had all three of them, and I recently finished, or up to date I should say, finished the Vampire series by the author, and I do love her writing. So hopefully soon I can get to this series as well. And another fantasy, this one is The Faraway Inn. This one is actually by the Spell Shop author. I do have the Spell Shop in the Enchanted Greenhouse, so obviously need to read those two first. But yeah, just grabbed it while I could. So yeah, I really need to pop the Spell Shop when I can onto my cart. I also got Agnes's Mystical Cat Shelter by the author of Emily Wilde. This one I have a special plan for. I'm actually going to annotate it and give it as a gift to a friend of mine. So yeah, plus it would be a cute read with the cats and stuff. The next one is West of the Wicked. This is kind of a Wizard of Oz retelling, and this is a very new release. I'm really excited about this one because I love the Wizard of Oz and Wicked, and yeah, anything down that alley. So, and the other one in the bag, this one is a stage set for villains. I recently came across a podcast with a Aussie YouTuber and a Canadian YouTuber, I think, and they were actually speaking to this author of this book, and yeah, a lot about it, and yes, I just wanted to grab myself a copy. That was actually the last copy in store too. Yeah, so that's that bag. I'm just gonna pop them in so it's a bit easier moving them, and then we'll go to the next one. I like going to Big W because they always have new releases. They have some good box sets at the moment too. The other day, and as I keep mentioning, I picked up the W and series and the Windy City series and the Bridge Kingdom and stuff, but like all like under $50. So they have good stuff rolling like that. always new releases. You can find really good special editions in Big W at times as well. I'm just going to sorry about noise. So in our second Big W bag, another genre, sci-fi. I have gotten in this whole 2 sci-fi books. This is obviously one of them, Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. I have not seen the movie yet. I really want to. And yeah, I just want to experience the sci-fi genre, see if it's for me. And I thought this option would be a good one. And in QBD stash, there's another one. And obviously that was the movie cover. The first classic of the haul is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. As I said at the start, I want to dive into more classics, and I thought this was a good one, seeming it's like popular at the moment. Then we have some thrillers, some mysteries. This one is called The Escape Game. It's by Melissa Meyer and Tamara Moss, so 2 authors, which will be interesting. It's about a TV show going into the season 5. Obviously something happens to somebody, and yeah, the mystery will unfold. There's this one here called A Cinema Falls Mystery. Cute little cover. It kind of gives romance cover vibes, but it's actually a mystery story, so yeah. The ending writes itself. I've heard a lot on social media about this one. It's about 6 authors, 1 private island, and they have 72 hours to write a killer ending. So yeah, kind of author and thriller based, which is cool. That reminds me, I have 3 or 4 books coming from Amazon as well, so when they come in I will wrap them all with you. They are all thrillers, mysteries. There's 1 Frida book, and there is one that I've been wanting like my whole book journey, and a couple of others too. So yeah, well, that will be in a separate haul, of course. This one, the story kind and drew me in, and the description and the title and stuff drew me in. It's called The Last Encore, a remote island, a reunion concert, and a killer on stage. Kind of drew me in the theme of music because I'm a big music person. And I just realized like the other one that I just said is like a private island one as well. Something with those themes. This one is called Run on Red. It's like a cat and mouse car chase type of vibe. This one is gonna be scary, I think. It's by Noelle. I'm not sure how to pronounce her surname. Is IHLI. But she's the author of Ask for Andrea, which I got at QBD. So you'll see that in a bit. But I also wanted to pick up this one as well. Yeah. Gonna freak me out, that one. The next one is Beth is Dead. I have been eyeing this book off for ever since it came out the last month or 2. But I kept reading the description on the back, and it just sort of it says that it's like Little Women meets One of Us is Lying, but I've only ever seen like a Little Women movie, and that was like forever ago, and I've forgotten the story. I've never read the book, and I've never read the One of Us is Lying series and books either. So further in the haul, you will see those, and obviously I will read those before I read this, because it's kind of like based on those. So yeah, I need to experience those first. So move this forward. So that leads us to The Secret Collection by Karen McManus, which has One of Us is Lying, One of Us is Next, and One of Us is Back. I will open it up with you in a moment. We'll just put all these in the bag. So yeah, obviously I'll read at least the first one of this and Little Women before we experience Beth is Dead. Just open the sticker bits. Put that up the top there so I don't lose it. Apparently these are sprayed edges. Oh yeah, so you got red, blue and black. So you've got One of Us is Lying, so I'll obviously read that. One of Us is Next, and One of Us is Back. So yeah. That is that. Sometimes I take series out of boxes, especially the big W ones, because they're hard to put back in. So what I'll do is I'll just do that for now and I'll sort it out when I shelf everything. We're getting through that. I hope you're finding some good things. If you've read anything, let me know. And yeah, obviously this guide helps you guys out with your shopping as well. Obviously there will be in future TBRs and wrap-ups and stuff. Which is always fun. So we have all the QBD stuff to go now. So we'll start in bag one. This bag is actually from there as well. It says Treat Your Shelf, which I definitely have this month. So this one has Red Rising, which is the second sci-fi book that I will be experiencing. I have heard so many great things about this. This is the 10th anniversary edition, that's why it's gold. It was only like a couple of dollars extra. And I was kind of attracted to the gold foil, as usual. Yeah, so we'll see how we go with those. This one, How to Become a Dark Lord and Die Trying. I actually heard about this online and I was surprised that QBD had it. It's about a girl or a lady. She keeps dying trying to become a Dark Lord, obviously. And it just sounds super, super fun, like a fun read. And as I said before, in between like the thrillers and the really complex fantasy books and stuff like that, you need like some fun reads. So this will be one of those. A vampire one, I can't do a haul without adding vampires. This is Anne Rice's Interview with a Vampire. I do know that it is a trilogy, but I just got the first book. If I like the first book, I'll grab the other two. Apparently it's a TV show now too. This Kingdom Will Not Kill Me. I've heard so many things about this one too, so that one is for my fantasies. Another fantasy one, The Wicked Sea. This one is mermaid based. I haven't really read much mermaid based, and it's a really gorgeous cover. So a nice addition to have because you don't get many mermaid books. And The Book Witch by Meg Schaefer. I haven't actually read anything by this author, but this one sounds really good with her popping into books like Mary Poppins and mystery series, and yeah, it just sounds like a fun time. I will fix all that up later, obviously. Gonna have a mess around me. This one has a lot of the classics in here as well as thrillers. So thriller-wise, we've got Us for Andrea by the author Noel I. This one sounds really spooky and scary as well. So I'm not sure how I'll go with these two, but I wanted to experience them. We have Love Letters to a Serial Killer. This kind of gives fun mystery vibes. I read How to Kill a Guy in 10 Dates in January. I actually got the ARC audiobook for it and it was amazing. So I'm thinking this and the next book will be kind of those fun mystery vibes. I haven't read anything by this author before, so that will be an experience. The other one by the author is Matchmaking for Psychopaths. I've got so much to read, guys. I'm surrounded by books. Finders Keepers. The big description on the back, just what drew me in was Dear Diary, today I'm going to kill her. And yeah, I read the rest of it and I was just like, I can't leave that one there. This one I was actually thinking about last month, but didn't get it until this month. It's called This Story Might Save Your Life. It's about podcasters and obviously mystery based. It kind of gives me Early Murders in the Building vibes. I love that show. Yeah, so hopefully it'll be fun. Is that over? We then have our classics. I took a long time to look at the classics and I have 5 here today. The first one is Little Women. I really like this design of cover in the classics and I grabbed 2 of these at QBD this time. This is Little Women. It's really gorgeous. The red, pink and gold. On the back it says, I like good strong words that mean something. And you've got the flowers in red in the thing and you've got like the ribbon as well. And the text is a decent kind of size, it's not too small. So yeah, this one will be going on my TV cart pretty soon. The other one I got is The Wizard of Oz. Obviously the quote on the back is, there's no place like home. And that's the inside. Obviously I've watched the movie Wizard of Oz. I've watched retellings of that. I've also been into Wicked as well. And obviously I just wanted to know like the actual story. I've read Wicked. I read Wicked a couple of years ago when I saw the musical. And yeah, just wanted to experience the actual real story. In a different kind of format, I got The Journey to the Center of the Earth that has gold foiling and like a leathery cover. It's got really nice pages. It also has some pictures within it as well. I really love the movie Journey to the Center of the Earth, so I thought it would be a cool one to actually read the book. Because yeah, they do mention the book in the movie too. Another one that I got was The Scarlet Letter. This is a real pretty version and it's got like huge text in it. I've heard a lot about The Scarlet Letter, so I thought it would be a nice one to read. Yeah, so we'll see how we go. This was on special too, which is always a good thing. This last one was on special as well. It's Alice in Wonderland Special Collector's Edition. It was like $60 or something, marked down to only like $20. And when you see it, guys, you'll be so surprised. So it has like a slipcover, which is nice in itself. And then you get this gorgeousness inside. So gorgeous. Obviously, I know the story Alice in Wonderland. I've seen the movie. Yeah, and I think I read the book as a kid as well. I think I had the book Alice in Wonderland and then the Looking Glass one as well. This has gorgeous coloured pictures throughout it, as well as black and white ones. And yeah, it's really, really nice. I couldn't leave that one there. I was like, it's gonna come home. So yeah, that is the classics that I got. And then we're on our last bag, which is 3 box sets. I did do a big splurge, yes. But yeah. It's better than some things that could happen. I'm going to be reading for many, many years, and people are going to have to bury me with all these books. So I got 3 box sets. I'll just put this to the side. The first one was the Off-Campus series by Al Kennedy. I was going to grab this in a Facebook sale, but I missed out, so it was kind of in my head when I went to QBD. This one has the gorgeous sprayed edges, and obviously you have the Deal, the Mistake, the School of the Gull, and the Legacy. I haven't read anything of this series yet. I might actually keep these boxes from the QBD series because they are really, really nice. So you've got the Deal, which has sprayed edges, and they're all round too, which is cool. I believe this series is becoming a TV show as well. Yeah. You've got the Mistake. Sorry, I didn't show you the edge. It's a nice colour, that actually. The Scholar. And the Gull. And the Legacy. So yeah, really gorgeous special editions in that box set. Trying to put it in. There we go. So yeah, I will put the first one onto my TBR as soon as I can. The other series that I got is a romance one, and then I got a fantasy one as well. I was going to get The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, and I probably should have, but next time maybe. This one is Lauren Ash's Dirty Air series. I've heard about this series so much, and I have read Lauren Ash's her first series with like the fine print and stuff like that. These editions are really gorgeous, by the way. Really, really gorgeous. So you've got Throttled. I love these covers. They're really, really nice. And you've got Collided. Yeah, so I've read the fine print trio. I haven't read this one yet, or the other ones, Rats. I really like these covers, they're so gorgeous. And Redeemed as well. Gorgeous, gorgeous covers. I did like Laurie Nash's writing. I just haven't ventured to anything else of hers, and I was like way back at the start of my journey. So yeah, there's that. And the last one, this one I was umming and ahhing so much because I have read a couple of Brandon Sanderson books before, and I think I just started at a wrong point with things. I started with, actually I started with a pretty good one. I started with Treads of the Emerald Sea, that was good. And then I went to The Way of the Kings, which was really, really heavy for me. I've heard Mistborn is the place to start. They did have that as a box set in QBD, but I went for his Skyward series. Because I kind of felt drawn to that more. It's a really gorgeous box. Yeah, I just got drawn to it way more than the Mistborn trilogy. And I'm going to probably automatically put on book 1 on May TBR because it's like Star Wars Day in May. I'm gonna have to do it like this. Yeah, so I'm kind of thinking of doing that. I'm not 100% sure yet, but probably will, especially while I'm still like keen to read it. So you've got the first book, Skyward, Claim the Stars. It's just very like space-like, and I think it's gonna be more down my alley than his other stuff, Star Sight and Platonic. Really nice additions in Defiant and Skyward Flight. So yeah, I just thought it was very like Star Warsy vibes. So I might put the first one on automatically onto my TBR next month, hopefully. I remember. If not, I'll at least put it on my TBR cover anyway. So yeah, I'm hoping that this will be the series from Brandon Sanderson for me. He's got so many books. So hopefully that one's the one. So that is it. I am now surrounded by everything. Thank you so much for hanging around. If you did hang around, make a comment of any sort. Maybe if you have a classic recommendation, let me know, or even a fantasy and romance recommendation, or a mystery thriller recommendation, let me know, or an Aussie indie author recommendation, or a sci-fi recommendation. Pop a comment below, or you can pop a comment if you made it this far of like something that represents a genre that you love. So if you like romance, maybe a heart. If you love fantasy, maybe a sword or something like that. If you love classics, something that would relate to that. If you like reading books about movies, you can have like the movie icon. Just so I know you made it this far to the end. Thank you so much for joining me in my book haul, guys. I greatly appreciate you watching all the videos. I'm not sure what my next video will be. So yeah, stay tuned, obviously, for the next video coming up. And thank you again for watching. Catch you all next time. Bye.